Imagine this. You just woke up on a warm morning. Your room already bright from the sun coming in through the window. It's a Saturday. You feel a weight has been dropped from your shoulders knowing you don't have to go to school early in the morning. And you go on your phone for a few minutes before making breakfast and eventually hopping online with the boys, texting your friends, or just annoying your family. Brother, where's the audio stuff? There we go. Hey, nice. Nice! Recently, I caught myself thinking back to the time I spent at school, which I now left. But things were just so much easier back then. You had everything structured, and the biggest thing you had to worry about was how well you did on the next test, or how to make the next lesson more fun with your friends. Compare that to now, where I'm anxious whether I'll actually make it in the film industry in future, and working hard to pay my share of the bills. The two are almost incomparable. We often find ourselves saying things like, times were so much easier back then. Things were so much better at the time. We carry this mixture of happiness and sadness towards the past, this nostalgia, this melancholic feeling. If you're in the same position as me and a sixth form student, you probably miss the friends you've made, the teachers that were the same for every single lesson, and the inside jokes you had about them, and everyone shitting on the very exact A-level that they themselves chose. Right? If you're in sixth form, then you probably reminisce high school. The subjects that you don't do anymore, the form classes that you had, and every single subject's with the same people, the teachers you don't get to see anymore, the wasted lessons you guys just spent goofing around because the subjects wasn't something that you were interested in anyway. If you're in high school, then you probably miss primary school. Like the effortless life that you had there, the sort of bliss of just being a kid, and it goes so on. It always just seems like the grass is greener behind us. Why is that though? We always seem to be looking at the past with a sense of longing, even though we know we'll be doing the exact same thing for this time right now, just in 5 years' time. Looking back on it, we might even notice that those times weren't even that good. We just immediately remember the good times from those times. The primary school kid has absolutely much more less responsibilities than the secondary school kid. The secondary school kid has much less at stake at the end of their education than the sixth form student. And the guy outside of education has absolutely no structure like the sixth former in education. Ultimately, we're so fond of those memories because we're missing something that back then we've had in abundance. Of course, this can be a very pessimistic way of looking at things. If the more we live, the more we resent the present, then life is just cruel. The thing is, when our brain is muffled by nostalgia, we don't think straight. We think in the past, not the present, not in the now. For example, I found myself reminiscing over the education. When I was in education, I had a whole system laid out for me, some things I completely didn't care about, and I could do stupid shit with my friend. Now that structure is gone, the stuff that I'm interested in, I have to get out there and do it myself. And the time where I would have just goofed off with my mates, like that's not there. I cannot be that silly guy. However, that being said, I have time to develop my filmmaking, to develop life skills, get to know myself to begin with, develop my mindset, what I actually want to do, what I value, and what I actually want from the future and from myself. Not to mention that right now my filmmaking knowledge has grown significantly from that time, and also I'm ever so closer in getting an actual job in the film industry. Nostalgia can be used as a great tool to, for example, see how far we've come, see what kind of great people we've met along the way, and what kind of great people we've unfortunately lost, whether it be to death or we had a falling out. However, some people can get lost in it. Things were so much better back then, and now they're just so shitty. So why should I expect anything better to happen in the future? The thing is, you shouldn't. If all you do is dwell on the past, then nothing will get better for you in the future. As a smart turtle once said,
yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
The thing is, there might be some truth to it. Things might have been better in the past. You might have been better in the past. Things might have been overly easier in the past. But the thing is, if you're watching this, chances are you're still quite young. You have not lived maybe even a quarter of the average lifespan. I'm 18, so I still got 2 more years to reach that point. So you have plenty of time to go out there and change that, to make things good like they were before, or even better than they were before, to make yourself even better than you were before.